Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpati Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chev Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire. बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय। बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
everyone.
Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna. तो लास्ट वीक हम लोग चैप्टर 16 पढ़ रहे थे और 8वें स्कंद का 16वां अध्याय। We were on 33rd श्लोक. Yeah? And it says here, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are situated as Hiranyagarbha, the source of life, the super soul of every living entity. Says Pranaya Jagat Atmane, yeah, the super soul of every living entity. Your body is the source of the opulence of all mystic power. Yeah, he says here, Yogeshwar Shariraya, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Namaste Yog Gateway. So who is saying this right now? Remember from last week? So if you remember, what happens is all the devatas, सब देवता अदृश्य हो जाते हैं स्वर्ग लोक से. Bali Maharaj imparts and he takes over the स्वर्ग लोक, right? And all the devatas are son of devatas, mother's name.
Kashyap Muni.
Kashyap Muni.
Right, Kashyap Muni and Aditi. Yeah, Mata Aditi. So Mata Aditi is of course not happy when she cannot see all the devatas. And then if you remember, Kashyap Muni comes after a long meditation time. And after coming back, he sees that Aditi Mata is not happy. When Aditi Mata is not happy, he's asking like, what do you need, right? Yeah. And that's when she's asking like all the devatas have become invisible and she wants all of them back. So, Kashyap Muni is explaining this to Mother Aditi. Yeah. And he is explaining this. This is called a Payo-vrata puja. Yeah. It's called a Payo-vrata puja. And how that puja needs to be done is what Kashyap Muni is explaining to Aditi. Right? Now, Aditi, that's what he is explaining. And he's saying this is how you need to glorify Lord Vishnu. Yeah. And they are saying that Lord Vishnu, of course, this is how you glorify Lord Vishnu. You are the super soul of every living entity. Yeah. You are the Yogeshwar Sariraya and Namaste Yog Gateway. So that's what we are reading right now. Kashyap Muni is explaining this vidhi to Aditi Mata on how to do the prayers so that all the devatas can come back. So we'll start with Shlok 34. Yeah, Anilji.
Namasta Adi Devaya Shakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha Narayanaya Rishiye Naraya Hare Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the original personality of Godhead, the witness in everyone's heart, and the incarnation of Nara Narayan Rishi in the form of a human being. O personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so saying Namaste Adi Devaya. Adi Devaya is the original personality of Godhead. Yeah, he is the original Adi. And Sakshi Bhutaya. Yeah, he is a witness in everyone's heart. Narayana Rishi Naraya Hare Namah. Yeah, Nar Narayan Swarup, incarnation of Nar Narayan Rishi in the form of a human being, which is situated actually in Badrinath. Yeah, and it says, O personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. This is how Kashyap Muni is advising Aditi Mata to pray. Ajay?
नमो मरकत श्याम वपु शैधिगत श्रिये केशवाय नमस्तुभ्यं नमस्ते पीत वाससाई. My Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are dressed in yellow garments, whose bodily hue resembles the Markata gem, and who have full control over the goddess of fortune. O my Lord Keshav, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Keshavaya Namastubhyam. Yeah. Obeisances to Lord Keshav. And he's saying Namaste Pitu Vasase. Yeah. Dressed in yellow garments. This Pit Vasase. Yeah. Shri Prabhu.
प्रभु जी ये मरकटा जेम के बारे में थोड़ा कुछ और बताएंगे?
So all the top gems, right? विष्णु भगवान के लिए कहा गया ऐसे ही is the Kaustubh Mani. Yeah.
हाँ, Kaustubh Mani,
He was
correct.
the Kaustubh Mani, and similarly, I think is a Markat gem, right?
Yeah.
Which because it's a Sham one, right? It says here Markat Sham Papuse. Yeah.
Mm.
Says here whose bodily hue is blackish like the Markat gem. Yeah.
Mm.
So Markat gem is a Sham color.
Okay.
So he's just comparing that one who is yellow garments, right? Pit Vasase, and Markat Sham Papuse Avidit yeah, whose bodily hue resembles the Markat gem in the Sham color.
Okay, Prabhu ji.
Okay.
36. Tvam sarva vardah punsan varenya vardarsham ataste shreshe dhira padarenu mupasate. O most exalted and worshipable Lord, best of those who bestow benediction, you can fulfill the desires of everyone, and therefore those who are sober for their own welfare. Worship the dust of your lotus feet. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So see what is mentioned. Those who are sober. Yeah. Say dhira hai. What do they do? Right. People who are really intellectual. Right. Who pad renu mupaste. Renu is the dust of pad lotus feet. Upasate. Yeah. They, what do they do? Worship the dust of your lotus feet. This is how praying to Lord Vishnu by Mother Aditi is what Kashyap Muni is telling, right? Rinaji?
Anvartanta yam deva shreshcha tatpada padamyo sprihayanta iva modam bhagwan me prasidatam. All the demigods, as well as the goddess of fortune, engage in the service of his lotus feet. Indeed, they respect the fragrance of those lotus feet. May the Supreme Personality of Godhead be pleased with me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? And Vishnu Bhagwan ko ye deva hai, all devatas and Shri, yeah, Shri Lakshmi ji, everyone Yeah, they engage in the service of lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they are requesting, so Bhagwan may proceed tam. Yeah, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead be pleased with me. Ete mantra rishikesha mavahanam puruskritam archaye chatridvaya yukta padyam paishparshanadibhi. Kashyap Muni continued by chanting all these mantras, welcoming the Supreme Personality of Godhead with faith and devotion, and offering him items of worship such as Padya and Arghya. One should worship Keshav, Rishikesh, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anilji?
अर्चित्वा गन्धमाल्यद्यः पयसा स्नपयेद विभुवम् वस्त्रोपवीता भरणापाद्यो स्पर्शनयस्ततः गन्धधूपादिभिश्चार्चयेद् द्वादशसाक्षरविद्यया. In the beginning, the devotee should chant the Devadakshara mantra and offer flower garlands, incense, and so on. After worshipping the Lord in this way, one should bathe the Lord with milk and dress him with proper garments, a sacred thread, and ornaments. After offering water to wash the Lord's feet, one should again worship the Lord with fragrant flowers, incense, and other paraphernalia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what is being mentioned here is how do you worship Lord Vishnu, right? And it says the starting you do Dwadash Vidya, right? Dwadakshar mantra. Do you know which mantra is that? Of 12 akshar. Dwadash is 12 akshar mantra, right? So Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. It's the mantra of 12 akshar. Yeah? See, it's mentioned here that Dwadakshar mantra is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So if you write in Hindi, we'll say it's 12 akshars. Yeah. While worshipping the deity, one should ring a bell with his left hand, Trankoliha, and offer Padya, Griha, Vastra, Gandha, Mala, Abharna, Bhushan, and so on. In this way, one should bath the Lord with milk, dress him, and again worship him with all the paraphernalia. Yeah.
Shritam pavasi nevedyam shalyanam vibhave sati sarasarpi sargudam dattva jihuyanmul vidya. If one can afford to, one should offer the deity fine rice boiled in milk with clarified butter and molasses. While chanting the same original mantra, one should offer all this to the fire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Chanting the original mantra. Which mantra?
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And who else had chanted that mantra, if you remember?
Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj, yeah. Narad Muni had given this mantra to Dhruv Maharaj. By chanting this mantra, he had the darshan of Lord Vishnu himself. Yeah. Nice. Shri Prabhu.
Niveditam tad bhaktaye dadhyada bhujita vasvayam dattva chamanarmarchitva tambulam cha nivedyata. One should offer all the prasada to a Vaishnava or offer him some of the prasada and then take some oneself. After this, one should offer the deity Achmana and then betel nut and then again worship the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And again, who is saying this right now?
Kashyap Muni?
Kashyap Muni, right?
Yeah.
To whom?
Diti.
Diti, Mata Diti. Aditi.
Mata Aditi. Yeah, yeah. Kashyap Muni. Of course, Kashyap Muni's wife is Mata Aditi. All Devatas are sons of Mata Aditi. And Mata Aditi is requesting, what should I do to get all the Devatas back to heaven? And this is what Kashyap Muni is recommending. It's called Payo-vrata Vidhi. This is how he is advising her to worship Lord Krishna. Rinaji?
जपेदस्तुत्तरशतं स्तुवीत स्तुतिभिः प्रभुं कृत्वा प्रदक्षिणं भूमौ प्रणमेद दण्डवन्मुद्रा मुदा. Thereafter, one should silently murmur the mantra 108 times and offer prayers to the Lord for his glorification. Then one should circumambulate the Lord and finally, with great delight and satisfaction, offer obeisances, falling straight like a rod. Dandavat. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So this is how Kashyap Muni is explaining. You murmur the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 108 times. Yeah, it says here Astotar Shatam. Astotar Shatam. Yeah, 108 jape and stuti bhi prabhum. And then how do you do Dandavat Pranam? Dandavan Muda. How Pradakshinam Bhumo Pranameda. Like with great delight and satisfaction of our obeisances, falling straight like a road. Like that's the Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Sachin.
Hare Krishna. Krutva shirasi tachesham deva mudva sayet tatah dvaya ran bhojayed vipran vipran payasena yathochitam. After touching to one's head all the flowers and water offered to the deity, one should throw them into a sacred place. Then one should feed at least 2 brahmanas with sweet rice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gujjit terunu gyata seshtha sesham sabhajite brahma acharya tadratyam shobhute pratame ani snatah shuchirya yogtena vidhina susamahita paisha isnana paitvache yata dravarta samapanam. So one should perfectly honor the respectful Brahmins one has fed. And then after taking their permission, one should take prasad with his friends and relatives. For that night, one should observe strict celibacy. And the next morning, after bathing again, with purity and attention, one should bathe the deity of Vishnu with milk and worship him according to the methods formerly stated in detail. Yeah. Anilji?
Vayo bhaksho vratamidam chared vishnu varchanadratah purva bhajjo huyadagnim brahmanam swapi bhojayet. Worshipping Lord Vishnu with great faith and devotion and living only by drinking milk, one should follow this vow. One should also offer oblations to the fire and feed the Brahmans as mentioned before. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. Charita Vishnu Vachanajita. Yeah. And then he says, Payo Bhaksho. Paya Bhaksha is drinking only milk. Yeah. Ajay?
Evam tattva evam tva hara kuryadvadha dadha dad dashaham payovratam harera radhanam homa maharnam dvijat parnam. In this way, until 12 days have passed, one should observe the Payo-vrata, worshipping the Lord every day, executing the routine duties, performing sacrifices, and feeding the Brahmanas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So this is how Kashyap Muni is explaining Payo Vrat. Yeah. What is the vidhi of doing Payo Vratam? For 12 days, one should be doing this. Shri Prabhu?
Pratipadinamarabhya yavachchuklatrayodashim brahmacharyam madha swapnam snanam trishwanam charet. From Pratipat until the 13th day of the next bright moon, Shukla Triyodashi, one should observe complete celibacy, sleep on the floor, bathe 3 times a day, and thus execute the vow. Hare Krishna.
वर्जयेद सदालापम भोगानुचावचांस्तथा अहिंस्रः सर्वभूतानां वासुदेव परायणः. During this period, one should not unnecessarily talk of material subjects or topic of sense gratification. One should be completely free from envy of all living entities, and one should be a pure and simple devotee of Lord Vasudeva. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So when you are doing this Payo-vrata, Kashyap Muni is explaining it to Aditi Mata, that during this period, one should not unnecessarily talk of material subjects. So Varjyet, yeah, Varjyet, what is Varjyet? Sada alapa. Yeah, and Bhoganuchva Anchastata, material subjects, topics of sense gratification. And then he's also saying completely free from envy of all living entities. So during those time when Payo-vrata is being done, Ahimstram, which means completely free from envy of all living entities, and of course, Sarva Bhutanam Vasudev Parayana. One should be a pure and simple devotee of Lord Vasudev. Sachin?
Taryo dashamatho Vishnoho snapnam pancha kairvi bhoho कारयेच्छा स्त्र vidhina vidhi kovidaya. Thereafter, following the directions of Shastra with help of Brahmanas who know the Shastra, on the 13th day of the moon, one should bathe Lord Vishnu with 5 substances: milk, yogurt, ghee, sugar, and honey. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, you know the Panchamrit, right? The 5 things. And then you know, like when we did Abhishek yesterday or Janmashtami, when you are doing the Abhishek, today Swami Prabhupada's Abhishek, right? So this is how you do it. So you prepare a Panchamrit, which is made up of milk, yogurt, ghee, sugar, and honey. Yeah, those are the 5 elements. This is how you make the Panchamrit, and you bath Lord Vishnu with those Panchamrit. Yeah. Pujam cha mahatim kuryat vitta satya vivarjita charum nirupya payashri shipi vishtaya vishnave suktena tena purusham yajeta susamahita nevedyam chati gunavada tadhyata purushatustilam. Giving up the miserly habit of not spending money, one should arrange for the gorgeous worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, who is situated in the heart of every living entity. With great attention, one must prepare an oblation of grains boiled in ghee and milk and must chant the Purush Shukta mantra. The offering of the food should be of variety of tastes. In this way, one should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah? Anilji?
Acharyam jnana sampannam vastra bharanadainumihi toshaye drattvija shaiva tadvi dayaradhanam hare. One should satisfy the spiritual master Acharya, who is very learned in Vedic literature, and should satisfy his assistant priests known as Ota, Udgata, Advaru, and Brahma. One should please them by offering them clothing, ornaments, and cows. This is the ceremony called Vishnu Aradhana, or worship of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aradhanam, Hare. Yeah, Aradhana of Lord Vishnu. Okay?
भोज भोजयेत तान तानु गुणवता सद सदन्नेव सदन्नेम शुचि स्मिते अन्याश ब्राह्मणा यच्च कन्या ये च तत्र समागतः. O most auspicious lady, one should perform all the ceremonies under the direction of learned acharyas and should satisfy them and their priests. By distributing prasada, one should also satisfy the brahmanas and others who have assembled. Hare Krishna.
Shukra.
Yeah. Dachinam Guruve Dadhadit Va Gamyascha Yatharhatah Annadhinashvapakascha Priniyet Samupagatan. One should satisfy the spiritual master and assist priests by giving them cloth, ornaments, cows, and also some monetary contribution. And by distributing prasada, one should satisfy everyone assembled, including even the lowest of men, the chandalas, eaters of dog flesh. Hare Krishna.
Vinay?
भुक्तवत्सु च सर्वेषु दीनान्त कृपणा दिशु विष्णुस्तत्प्रीणनं विद्वान् भुञ्जीद सह बन्धुभिः. One should distribute Vishnu Prasad to everyone, including the poor man, the blind man, the non-devotee, and the non-Brahman. Knowing that Lord Vishnu is very pleased when everyone is sumptuously fed with Vishnu Prasad, the performer of yajna should then take prasad with his friends and relatives. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sachin?
नृत्यवादी त्रगितैश्च स्तुतिभिः स्वस्तिवाचकैः कारयेत कथाभिश्च पूजां भगवतो अन्वहम्. Every day from Pratipat through to Trayodashi, one should continue the ceremony to the accompaniment of dancing, singing, and beating of a drum, the chanting of prayers and all auspicious mantras, the recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, one should worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is how you do puja, Bhagavatam. And again, who is saying this, all this?
Yeah, it is Kashyap Muni to Mata Aditi.
Aditi, yeah, he is explaining to Mata Aditi the Payo-vrata Vidhi, how to pray to Lord Vishnu. Etat Payo-vratam Nama Purush Aradhanam Param Pitamahena Abhihitam Mayate Samudrahatam. So this is the religious ritualistic ceremony known as Payo-vrata, by which one may worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I received this information from Brahma, my grandfather, and now I have described it to you in all details. Yeah, Pitamaha is Lord Brahma. Kashyap Muni's Pitamaha is Lord Brahma. He is the one who told this Payo-vrata Vidhi to Kashyap Muni, and Kashyap Muni is now telling this to Mata Aditi. Anilji?
Om chanen mahabhage samyak kachirnen keshavam atmana shuddha bhavena netatmata bhajavyam. O most fortunate lady, establishing your mind in a good spirit, execute this process of Payo-vrata and thus worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Keshav, who is inexhaustible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Keshavam, who is inexhaustible. Bhaj avyaya. Yeah, never exhausted. Ajay?
I am Vai Sarvag
Can you read?
Sarva Yagyakhyah Sarva Vriti Miti Smritam Tapah Sarminnam Bhadre Danam Cheshwarat Pranam. This Payo-vrata is also known as Sarva Yagna. In other words, by performing this sacrifice, one can perform all other sacrifices automatically. This is also acknowledged to be the best of all ritualistic ceremonies. O gentle lady, it is the essence of all austerities, and it is the process of giving charity and pleasing the Supreme Controller. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so this is the importance of the Payo-vrata. What is being mentioned is Payo-vrata is also known as Sarva Yagya. What does the Sarva Yagya means? Akhyam Sarva Vrat Miti Smrata. Basically, what it means is by performing this sacrifice, the Payo-vrata, one can perform all other sacrifices automatically. Yeah, so it's known as best of all ritualistic ceremonies. And of course, it's also the essence of all austerity. It says, Tapaya saram idam bhadre danam cheshwarat arpanam. It's also the process of giving charity and pleasing the Supreme Controller. Nice purpose will read this, Shwapu.
Okay. Aradhana Aradhananam Sarveshwam Vishnor Aradhanam Param. This is a statement made by Lord Shiva to Parvati. Worshipping Lord Vishnu is the supreme process of worship, and how Lord Vishnu is worshipped in this Payo-vrata ceremony has now been fully described. The ultimate goal of life is to please Lord Vishnu by Varnashram Dharma. The Vedic principles of 4 Varnas and 4 Ashramas are meant for worship of Vishnu. Vishnur Aradhyate Pumsam Nanyat Tattaso Karnanam. The Krishna consciousness movement is also Vishnu Aradhanam, or worship of Lord Vishnu according to the age. The Payo-vrata method of Vishnu Aradhanam was enunciated long ago by Kashyap Muni to his wife Aditi in the heavenly planets, and the same process is bona fide on earth even now. Especially for this age of Kali, the process accepted by Krishna consciousness movement is to open hundreds and thousands of Vishnu temples, temples of Radha Krishna, Jagannath, Balram, Sitaram, Gaur Nitai, and so on. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What is mentioned is, especially for the age of Kali, the process is given to us by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Yeah. And we see like every ISKCON temple we go to, you will find the deities of Radha Krishna, right? Sometimes the Subhadra Balram, Jagannath Bhagwan, Sita Ram Gaur Nitai. Yeah. Renal?
From where we are performing?
Yeah.
Okay. Performing prescribed worship in such temples of Vishnu and thus worshipping the Lord is as good as performing the Payo-vrata ceremony recommended here. The Payo-vrata ceremony is performed from the 1st to 13th day of the bright fortnight of the moon. But in our Krishna consciousness movement, Lord Vishnu is worshipped in every temple according to a schedule of 24 hours of engagement in performing Kirtana, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra,
I'm sorry. Are you able to see this?
offering palatable, sorry,
Yeah, no, you're good, right?
yes, I am. Chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, offering palatable food to Lord Vishnu, and distributing this food to Vaishnavas and others. These are authorized activities, and the members of the Krishna consciousness movement stick to these principles. They will achieve the same result one gains by observing the Payo-vrata ceremony. Thus, the essence of all auspicious activities, such as performing yagna, giving in charity, observing vratas, and undergoing austerities, is included in the Krishna consciousness movement. The members of this movement should immediately and sincerely follow the processes already recommended. Of course, sacrifice is meant to please Lord Vishnu. Yagne Sankirtana Prayer Yagnanti He Sumedha Shah. In Kali Yuga, those who are intelligent perform the Sankirtan Yagna. One should follow this process conscientiously. Hare Krishna. Sorry about
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So what is mentioned in Kali Yuga? What yagna should be done? Sankirtan yagna. Yeah? What is Sankirtan yagna? What is the Sankirtan yagna?
Meeting together and chanting Hare Krishna.
Right, yeah, that's the yagya. Chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And that is what is important in Kali Yuga, because the Payo-vrata ceremony, yeah, may not be that feasible. So, but based on that, Sankirtan activities and everything else is prescribed in the Hare Krishna movement, is what is being mentioned here. Sachin?
त एव नियमः साक्षात् एव च यमोत्तमः तपोदानं व्रतं यज्ञो येन तुष्यत्य दोक्षजः. This is the best process for pleasing the transcendental supreme personality of Godhead, known as adhokshaja. It is best of all regulative principles, the best austerity, the best process of giving charity, and the best process of sacrifice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. तस्मादेतद्द्रव्यतं भद्रे प्रयता श्रद्धयाचर भगवान् परितुष्टस्ते वरानाशु विद्यास्यति. Therefore, my dear gentle lady, follow this ritualistic vow, strictly observing the regulative principles. By this process, the Supreme Person will very soon be pleased with you and will satisfy your desires. Yeah? Bhagwan Paritushtaste is what Kashyap Muni is telling to Aditi Mata, that you do this Payo-vrata, and then the Supreme Personality will be very pleased, and then whatever you are expecting and desire will be given to you. And this thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the 8th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Executing the Payo-vrata Process of Worship, yeah, which is what is explained by Kashyap Muni to Aditi Mata. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Hare.
Yeah, you were saying something, Prabhuji?
No, no.
Okay. So here here Krishna Bhajan recently composed, yeah. Since we had a Janmashtami, tomorrow we'll see some Janmashtami celebrations. But let's hear a nice Krishna Bhajan today, yeah.
हरि कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे अगर कृष्ण का नाम ले सको हरि का नाम ले सको तो समझो कृष्ण कृपा है कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे जग के भोगी क्या जाने क्या है असली कृपा क्या जाने क्या है असली कृपा क्या जाने क्या है असली कृपा दुनिया की जगमग में ही उनका सारा ध्यान टिका उनका सारा ध्यान टिका उनका सारा ध्यान टिका दुनिया की जगमग में ही उनका सारा ध्यान टिका उनका सारा ध्यान टिका उनका सारा ध्यान टिका ये जगमग दुनिया की साथ लेकर न जा सकोगे ये जगमग दुनिया की साथ लेकर न जा सकोगे जो संग यहाँ से जाएगा जो आगे काम आएगा वो तो बस कृष्ण कृपा है कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे दिल टूटा टूटे सपनों के पीछे भागे क्यों सपनों के पीछे भागे क्यों सपनों के पीछे भागे क्यों प्यार कहे जिसे तू वो भरम है अंधियारे में जागे क्यों अंधियारे में जागे क्यों अंधियारे में जागे क्यों प्यार कहे जिसे तू वो भरम है अंधियारे में जागे क्यों अंधियारे में जागे क्यों अंधियारे में जागे क्यों ये रिश्ते दुनिया के साथ लेकर न जा सकोगे ये रिश्ते दुनिया के साथ लेकर न जा सकोगे ठाकुर जी से रिश्ता जुड़ जाए चरणों की धूल मिल जाए वही तो बस कृपा है कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे अगर कृष्ण का नाम ले सको हरि का नाम ले सको तो समझो कृष्ण कृपा है कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे कृष्ण कृपा हो तभी कृष्ण का नाम ले सकोगे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण का नाम हरि का नाम
All right. Nice Krishna bhajan. occasion of Janmashtami. And that's what we have been reading. Yeah, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. See you tomorrow at 9:30. Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
everyone.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.